In the last video I showed you how to create full screen content and how to use different media types in this. This time I'm going to show you how to create one of these multi-area screens that are so common these days. It's a very similar technique, except this time we need to use pieces of software functionality that we call objects. Now this will become clear shortly. So what I'm going to do is very similar to last time. I'm going to select a layout. It's called House of Fires because I'm going to make a layout for a fictitious retail company called House of Fires. Now you can see here this is a different type of thing. I've got here, let's make it slightly bigger, a 4x3 layout that has a number of areas on it, all of which sit on top of each other. Now it's possible to create layouts that are all on one plane, so the screen is horizontally divided, and then there is a possibility of overlaying. So this is an overlay type thing, and if you look when I move my mouse, various parts of the screen that are in focus go over that light blue colour. So I'm going to select this one, which is the background, and I've got a couple of images here. I'll just show you one of them. This is a background image that I'm going to use, so I'm just going to pop that on there and we can look at it, how it looks. So let's look at it now. Okay, it just looks like that, but you can see the various areas that I'm going to use. Okay, if I pick up those pieces of content I had before, let's just drop them onto that area there. If you remember, what's going to happen is they're going to get the default timing, so 15 seconds and the fade in and so on. So I'll just put the fades on. I'm just going to put the same timing in. Actually, I'll do what I did before, which is bring it down to 10 seconds. Okay, so very similar to last time. If we preview that again, you'll be able to see, hey presto, we've got the beginnings of something that's quite a lot nicer than the previous thing we had. There we go. So this is turning into almost like a small presentation. Right, this area here, I'm going to use a ticker. Now I have a number of objects on this system, so-called objects, and in the generic objects folder here I have a tickers. Now because for ease of use I've set up a number of these so-called objects on the system, some that have got block backgrounds and some that have got transparent backgrounds, but I want one that's got a transparent background, so I'm going to pick up something called generic transparent ticker object. Now this is a left to right ticker with a transparent background that consumes a so-called RSS feed. Now an RSS feed, I'm sure you're all aware, is the format of a web feed produced by news organisations, by a number of systems. It's become the de facto standard for the publishing of textual information on the internet, so we use it too. Let me just click on this here. Now, as you can see, as before, there's no transition or transition allowed on objects, but you can get the properties of an object. Let's have a look at it. So if I click on that, let's just go back again. So click on there where there's an object, and then click on the object here, click on properties, and this will show you what's available here. You can see that you can change a number of things on here. You can change the font size. Let's just do that. Let's change it to, I guess it's 24. You can change the font that the text will have. I'm going to go for Verdana, just because it's quite nice. You can change the colour. Let's go for black. You can change how quickly it goes. We'll leave it as it is. I'm not sure what it's going to be. A bullet character, which is between the individual items of the feed. There's a marker that says that item is finished. I'm going to use this bullet character as normal. This is the standard bullet. Okay, right. Now it's consuming a feed called default at the moment. Default feed isn't very interesting, and I'll show you how it looks. Let's preview that schedule now. And there we have a ticker at the bottom. Now it's not going very fast. Let's just speed it up a little. So we go into, you click on the panel, click on the object. Let's go for speed multiply. Let's go for 2.0. Let's just see how that behaves. That's a bit better. Okay. So as you can see, the information isn't very exciting. Item 1 description. Now, I think we should create a new feed. Now, we can use feeds that are available on the internet, things like BBC feeds. In fact, why don't I just show you that now? I have a number of feeds already set up on here. BBC News front page, which is a BBC RSS page. And let's see, this should look a bit more interesting. I've got word wrap on there. Have I got word wrap on there? Yes. So let's just see. You'll see it's not tremendously exciting, and it's wrapping in a slightly irritating way. But you can see that's going to tick. Okay. In fact, why don't I just change the font size a little bit more so we don't get that. Still getting a little bit of wrapping. Okay, so that's consuming an external feed. Now, we can make feeds. If we click on the Management tab and go into Manage Feeds, here we have this live feeds and static feeds. Live feeds are those that are on the internet existing. Depending on whether you have internet access, this may not be tremendously useful to you. Or static feeds are contained only within the system itself. So I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to call it House of Fires News. Save new feed. Okay. I'm going to add something. I'm going to say sale starts at House of Fires. The January 2011 sale has many offers. Come inside or see our website. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add another one, which will be web prices may be better. See our website for the best prices, or phone 0844 567 890. Okay, so I've actually created a feed there, and it's called House of Fires News. I'm going to exit that, and rather than showing this BBC News front page there, I'm going to show House of Fires News. So let's just find it. House of Fires News. Okay, let's try that. Go back to Controls, Preview Schedule. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit more contextual. Sale starts at House of Fires. Now that's just showing the title, and it's showing a description. The January 2011 sale has many offers. Can come in inside or see our website. And as you can see, the images are fading in and out every 10 seconds, as we've told them. So you can see we're getting something that's approaching a signage. Web prices may be better, etc. It's approaching a signage system now. I'm just